What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm here with my two absolutely flabbergasted co-hosts, John-Lou Garofalo and Joey Wright. What's up, boys?
What up?
Perfect bracket busted. Game one. Done. No more perfect bracket.
You don't even have to worry about it anymore. Then you can just be like, man, I've still got 15 of my Sweet 16 left.
And all of the time that I would have spent watching this tournament.
It's true.
Now you still get to watch, but there's no personal gain or investment. You're just sitting there a little bit sad the entire time.
Oh,
guys,
the worst.
I am your host, Simon. I didn't say that. If you haven't watched this before, I'm not wearing a shirt underneath this today because it's a little bit warm in my house, but I don't feel like turning the air conditioning on. And it is in the midst of the first round of the NCAA tournament. March Madness is amongst us. Thanks for tuning in for some Jeopardy today. It is March Madness themed. We got some themed Fantasy Football Jeopardy coming your way. Some trivia related to the tournament, related to the sport we all love, and related to the sport that some of us love. And we got some people in the chat ready to hang out with us. That is the sport. Scamper said, good afternoon, FYFers. Matt, hype to see Scampers in here. What's up, Matt? Welcome in, my friend. We got Dave stopping by with, is that a new dab emoji?
I thought it was a piece of toast.
Oh, that is a dab emoji. And it looks like, what is the show that's from? It looks like it's from something.
Dave, fill us in. Help us out.
Fill us in, Dave.
Fill us in, Dave. We got Craig in the chat. Our chat, not Canadian, our chat historian stopping by with some stats for us before he heads off to see the new Ghostbusters movie with his kid. Letting us know that JL has 19 Jeopardy wins in 64 games with a 29.6% win rate. Joey has 13 wins in 34 games for a 38.2% win rate. And Simon has 9 wins in 43 games for a 20.9% win rate. So we will have the number 1 versus number 2 Jeopardy participants on Front Yard Fantasy going head-to-head against each other with the big old loser, me, hosting. Big old loser hosting. Andrew stopping by as well saying, happy Thursday, FYFers. Anybody get Duquesne right in their brackets? I had BYU through to the Sweet 16, so
I did too.
Double busted, baby.
I did take Duquesne with the points, though, so I profited financially off of that victory for Duquesne.
We got Dame stopping by as well. Hello, beautiful FYF fam. What's up, Dame?
Hello.
Welcome in.
Dame.
Dave said, love y'all. And Dave Richards said, please send me a StreamYard leak.
Oh,
get that over to Dave, and he'll come play some Jeopardy with us.
Want me to send it to him?
So BYU got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
I had them going out in the second round at Illinois. So we okay. We still in this, boys.
You're still alive. Did you have Michigan State over Mississippi State?
Which side were they on?
The left.
I don't know. I'll let you know in a second. It's like takes 10 years to find one matchup.
There's so many games. Josh stopping by. What's up, Josh? Hey, sexy man in the chat.
Jeff Shua.
I remember
good to see you, my friend. Come on over to my house.
And also, Mill said, sup, y'all. This is where I find out that madness everyone's talking about. Yeah, it's all residing right here on the Front Yard
allegedly
YouTube channel.
Good to see you, geek.
And Dave letting us know he meant it as the dab emoji, but the description says something like coughing into your elbow. I just 100% assumed it was a dab emoji, and that was the intended purpose.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, guys, today we got a game of Jeopardy for you. Before we get into that, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you are not subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're probably watching this on there right now. Hit that subscribe button. We're at Front Yard Fantasy, and the little notification bell will make sure you never miss us going live where we're playing games like this all the time. The game we're playing today is Fantasy Football Jeopardy, but it's a special March Madness edition. I'm going to pull up this board, explain the rules, explain the categories, and then we will get rolling in today's game. If you've ever watched the popular TV show Jeopardy, you have a head start on how this works. We've got 5 categories, 5 questions in each category, ranging in values from $100 to $500. Now, there's one big change from the regular game Jeopardy. Instead of buzzing in, we're going to be going in turn order. So Joey will be up first, JL following him right after. The other difference in this game is if you get your question right on your turn, you get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So, Joey, you'll be up first. You'll have free reign of this board. Get it right, you'll get to pick the category for JL. JL, you'll still have free reign over what value you would like in that category. We're going to go back and forth till we run out of questions, run out of time, or run out of upsets that we missed the ending of in today's tournament, at which point we will end the show. Whoever's got the most money is our Jeopardy champion. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I also have a second monitor.
Or Trey McBride. JL.
Ooh. Trey. Tank Dell.
My answer is the exact same as JL's. Trey first, a pained, constipated noise, and then Tank Dell is my final answer. Joey, what about you?
Yeah, it's the constipation.
It's the constipation. We want Trey McBride, but we're going Tank. Guys, here are your categories in today's game. First up, we have basketball players. These are going to be players that you might recognize from a different sport that we watch, but in a basketball uniform. You need to tell me who the NFL player is, current or former, from the image of them in their college basketball uniform. Final four. I give you a list of four, a top four something, but left one of them out. You will have to tell me from multiple choice which player, team, etc. completes that list. It is the final one of the four. Grab bag, anything. Literally anything can be in this category. Honestly, I don't even remember what I wrote for those questions.
Great.
Then we have football schools. This will be a lot about colleges that we generally associate with being football powerhouses, but we're talking basketball instead about these football schools.
Lots of quotes today, Simon. Lots of quotes.
Yeah, four. Two sets, I guess you could say. The last category is mascot fight. I prepared a series of head-to-head matchups between mascots in this year's NCAA tournament in a wrestling arena enclosed, and then asked ChatGPT who would come out on top in a fight to the death between the two mascots. I will show you the image of the two. You tell me which mascot comes out alive, and you get that money.
And the correct answer is whatever freaking ChatGPT believes?
Yes, ChatGPT was the referee in these fights to the death.
I really feel like you should have outsourced this category just to Tim and asked Tim who would, because Tim would have had a very
100%.
good reasoning of who would win these fights.
So, no, he would not have. It would not have been good. He would have had reasoning, but it would not have been good reasoning.
Next time, we'll get Tim to source the mascot fight. Joey, you are up first, and you have free reign of this board. Where would you like to go?
Before I do that, go Stetson Hatters. They're going to lose the UConn hometown team. Let's go. All right. I want to go to basketball players. That sounds fun for 300, please.
Basketball players for 300. Open. It looks like we might have a last-minute contestant joining the show with us. Dave Richard, what's up? Thanks for hopping on.
This is turtleneck situation.
I picked BYU. Ah!
Oh no!
Welcome. You're welcome here, Dave. This is a safe space for people who picked BYU in their bracket.
You've is that it? Okay.
I guess not that safe.
Perfect.
Of
And
space
back to
for
work
people
for
who
Dave.
picked BYU. Joey, did you pick basketball players for 300?
300, yeah. 300, please.
Who is this?
That is Tony Gonzalez.
There it is.
That is Tony Gonzalez playing for the University of California. That's going to add $300 to your score, Mr. Joey. And coming back, the man who picked BYU himself, Dave Richard. Dave, did you at least pick Michigan State over Mississippi State? Are you 1 for 2 or are you 0 for 2 to start?
I'm 1 for 2. I'm
Okay.
1 for 2. I'm in a very, very troubling spot. My son is my advisor on college basketball picks. How do I tell him that he absolutely sucks? What do I do? He, fragile teenage boy,
Make him a
college boy.
You call
His
him
life might be, I don't want to shatter his confidence, but I also don't want to trust him with any of his picks ever again.
You absolutely shouldn't. Here's what you do, Dave. You go, you find when he's going to be hanging with his friends, or when he's be hanging with his girlfriend, his lady friend, if he's got one. Wherever, somewhere where he might feel embarrassed. And then right in there, as soon as he's in there, let him get comfortable, Dave. You got to let him breathe, think he's okay. And then all of a sudden, you suck. Hit him with the you suck.
Then do I run? Like, do I change the locks on the house? How do I?
I'm pretty sure he'll run if you do that. So you can just stay put and then he'll run. And then I don't think he'll even offer to make picks for you ever again.
Thank God he's kind of brilliant. Just not about college basketball.
Grim Fan in here has an idea for you. Says, be like, son, no longer can you help me. straight and to the point from Grim.
And you have to say it like Yoda.
And Josh said this will probably help him not become a degenerate gambler. So it just
he's already learned that lesson.
Got that one right there. And then also we had Scampers in here saying, Dave, bye, Dave. And then Dave is back. Dave, are you going to play some Jeopardy with us?
What the hell? I'm in such a great state of mind right now after I told everybody on our podcast that I liked BYU. You don't want to know how far I had him going.
Just
Simon and I both had Sweet 16.
Farther than the Sweet 16. However, I will say this. I did it in our, I'm on the Fantasy Football Today podcast, and we do a whole big bracket challenge where the winner gets in our podcast league. And so even if I win, I get nothing because I'm already in this stupid podcast. So I picked I went a little crazy. So BYU was in my title game. So I don't think I'm going to win the podcast bracket tournament this year, guys.
Do you have the option to tell Azer I'm not playing this year if you win it?
No, but I might not play next year, or I'll just let my son fill out a bracket. And
let him go to town.
Not talk about it on 2 separate podcasts in the same day.
We got Maria stopping by saying, long time no see, everyone. What's up, Maria? Welcome in. And Andrew coming in with Purdue, more like don't see also 2023, 2022, and 2021. They're hoping to break that streak today. Dave, you missed some of the category explanations. Do you have any questions when you look at the board on what these categories? Nothing.
He's watching.
I'm ready to go. I obviously saw the beginning of the show because I was typing in the chat.
You're right,
Simon.
Joey, you get to pick JL's next category. Dave, you're going to slot in right after JL here. Where are you sending JL on this board?
I'm going to send JL to football schools.
All right. Let's go 300.
300. The number 2 overall pick in last year's NBA draft was Brandon Miller. What football school did Miller play basketball for? Hint, this team is a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament this year. Is it Mississippi State, Florida, or Alabama?
This team is a 4 seed in the let's go with Florida.
Final answer?
Number 2 overall pick in last year's NBA draft. Yeah.
Unfortunately, this was Alabama, 4 seed going up against Charleston in the first round. I believe Florida is a 7 seed this year. Mississippi State sitting at an 8. Get knocked off by Michigan State already.
The crossover between the sports was just I could not convert basketball to football. I'm like, if he's second round NBA, does that mean he was good in football?
You got to get your conversion app on your phone, JL, for NBA to NFL.
Yeah, it was tough.
Unfortunately, no points going your way, which means, Dave, you've got free reign of this board. Where do you want to go?
Basketball players for 500, please.
Basketball players for 500. Feeling confident here. Who is this, Dave?
Zoom in a little more. That is Julius Peppers.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is Julius Peppers. Going to earn you $500. And we had this one guessed in the chat a little while ago, but before any other pictures were put up. Matt was just guessing basketball players that he knew were in the NFL.
Nice.
Nailed it, Matt. Nice job. And Matt said, Julius.
Go ahead, Simon.
And then he said, it better be noted that I called that minutes ago. I got you, Matt.
Yeah, well, it was.
Matt's a dedicated listener to
victory
the
with Matt Weber.
Oh, say that again.
I was saying I'll share this sweet victory with Matt Weber.
Matt, 200 of those points are for you, but only in the moral realm, not in the actual realm in which we live. So I apologize for that. Dave, you got that right, which means you get to pick Joey's next category. Where are you sending him?
Joey's going to the grab bag.
Ooh.
The grab bag.
300.
300. What is the name of the character played by Jenny Slate in Parks and Rec pictured below? Is it Betty Crocker, Mona Lisa, or Joan of Arc?
That's Mona Lisa. Money,
Final
please.
Answer?
Money, please.
Money, please. That is Mona Lisa. Nice job, Joey. Maybe the best character in any sitcom ever. It's going to earn you an additional $300, bringing you up to $600.
Yeah.
JL, Mona Lisa or Jean Ralphio?
No, do not make that decision.
You're going on a 3-day trip to Italy with one of them. Who's your traveling companion?
It's John Ralphio. We're doing long form improv the whole time.
Joe, you got that one right. You get to pick JL's next category. Where are you sending them?
I'm going to send JL to mascot fight. I'm interested.
Oh, yeah. All right. 500.
500.
Okay. Let's see if that AI degree paid off.
One man in a dog outfit or the 4 live dogs from this year's NCAA tournament. So what I typed in was one man in the James Madison dog mascot outfit versus 3 adult bulldogs and 1 adult blue tick coonhound.
Okay. All right. I like this category.
Is a question?
Yeah, JL has to tell me who ChatGPT said would win in a fight to the death. This man in the outfit or these 4 dogs?
Does he have to be wearing the mascot? I guess we don't know, right? The ChatGPT didn't know, so it just answered.
I did also give it the prompt, make any assumptions necessary to determine the outcome of these fights.
All right, let me just like think through this for a second. If it's a man and he's wearing the mascot outfit or costume, then he's not gonna be able to actually see the dogs very well. So he's just putting himself at a disadvantage by being in the costume. But if he doesn't have to wear like the helmet or something, then he's a human. He's got like a human brain and he's smarter than the dog. So maybe I don't know, like poison them or something. I gotta think the dogs won this one. I'm gonna go dogs.
Dogs, final answer?
Yeah.
ChatGPT says in a fight to the death in an enclosed wrestling arena between one man wearing the James Madison Duke dog mascot outfit and 3 adult bulldogs, along with 1 adult blue tick coonhound, the outcome would likely favor the dogs. Assuming that the adult bulldogs and blue tick coonhound are healthy and properly trained, they would possess significant physical advantages over the man in the mascot outfit.
Right?
The man wearing the mascot outfit would likely be encumbered by the bulkiness and limited mobility of the costume, hindering his ability to effectively defend himself or mount any meaningful offense.
That's exactly what I was saying.
You and ChatGPT on the same page here. The 4 dogs are taking down the James Madison Duke dog.
Let's go.
That's going to earn you $500, bringing you up. Oh, I think I already. No, you had 5. You should only have 500 and Dave should have 500. I gave Dave's money to you last time after he got the Julius Peppers one right. John Luke, where are you sending Dave for the next question?
Let's send Dave to Final Four.
It's where I was last year.
Which value would you like?
Did you go last year?
Flex.
I did not go. My nephew had a bar mitzvah that I had to attend. I tried to weasel my way out of it. 200, please, Alex.
200 in Final Four. Which player completes the top 4 list of players with the most passing touchdowns last season? 1, Dak Prescott, 3, Brock Purdy, 4, Jared Goff. Is number 2 Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, or Jalen Hurts?
I believe it's Jordan Love.
Final answer?
Yes.
You would believe correct. Jordan Love was number 2 in passing touchdowns last season. Nice job, Dave. Earning you $200 and the lead. Are you buying into Jordan Love as a like not just a viable fantasy option, but maybe upgrading a tier going into next season?
Yeah, I am. I love how he finished the season. Last 9 games, 25 fantasy points per game, 6 point per passing touchdown league. And he did it regardless of who was on the field with him. Keep in mind that the Packers don't have a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a CeeDee Lamb, a Tyreek Hill, not even a Mike Evans or an Amari Cooper. It was Jaden Reed at times. It was Romeo Doubs in the playoffs. It was Dontavian Wicks, Tucker Kraft. I mean, he made use of whoever was there, and those guys put up some nice numbers. And usually when a quarterback can do that, that dude's the real deal. And so I think the offense was really good for him. I think he improved as the season went on. He was late on a lot of throws early in the year.
Yeah.
And toward the end of the year, he was on fire. He was great. So I do buy into Jordan Love. I've got him ranked ahead of CJ Stroud. I've got him ranked ahead of Anthony Richardson. Got him ranked ahead of Purdy. I think he's kind of in that. He might be like at the top of the 3rd tier among fantasy quarterbacks. That's a good spot to be in and a great value on draft day.
In the quarterback landscape, I feel like compared to the last 5-6 years of fantasy is the most fun it's been in a while, where we have lots of these super high upside, but maybe not as high a floor young players, but there's like a layer of uncertainty, but legitimately top 3 overall fantasy quarterback upside for probably 6, 7, 8 guys.
Yeah.
Out of those wide receiving options, Dave, do any of them are you like excited about any of them going into next year, or is this really isolated to just Jordan Love and then whoever fills in for whoever is the prominent guy?
Yeah, JL, I think that Reed is the guy that we want to target. I think he's the most versatile of the bunch. I think he's probably just like the most solid all-around receiver that they have. But I would not forget about Christian Watson, who has deep speed and height. He just needs to stay healthy. That was his problem last year. If he can stay on the field and he kind of puts it all together, he could end up being the reason why Jordan Love finishes. What'd you say, Simon? Like top 3 upside, something like that? Yeah, I think that could be where he ends up. That was you who asked the question, right, JL? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, that's me.
You are crazy, and JL asked the question.
Yeah.
I believe is the correct answer.
I mean, just watching basketball.
Yeah.
Andrew in here got that one right. Scampers got that one right as well. And Grimson, remember what I said about Love in the Super Bowl this upcoming season? We remember Super Bowl MVP, Jordan Love. Oh, wait, no, I think he said they were going to lose to the Jets in the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly. And Dave saying, I didn't realize ChatGPT was Tim's burner account. Dave, you got that one right, and you have the lead and the opportunity to send Joey to whichever category you'd like to send him to.
I want Joey to go back to the mascot fight.
Okay, Joey, what value is it going to be? 400?
Yeah.
Okay, Joey, is it Big Red, the Western Kentucky mascot, or a gator? So what I typed in was the amorphous red blob, Big Red, that is Western Kentucky's mascot versus a gator.
You have presented me my favorite mascot in the world versus my college team that I root for the most. I love Western Kentucky's Big Red. There's a photo of Courtney Lee doing a dunk when he was in college with Big Red's mouth just agape, and it's still the funniest thing in the world to me. Oh, man. In a fight between these two, I don't know, like being a Floridian, I'm not as terrified of alligators as many other people are. If you stay away from them, they don't really mess with you. If you don't, be down near the water and you don't feed them chicken, like they're not going to do anything to you.
What about
I've swam in the water where gators were on the bank and they just lay there. They don't do anything. I still think an alligator is going to win. I think they have the actual strength and agility needed to win a fight, even if they're just kind of complacent. So I'm not going to go with the Big Red. I love him though. And
Gator,
I'm
final answer.
Terrified of him. Yeah.
The chat's with you. They're all agreeing Gator. ChatGPT says, in this hypothetical scenario, assuming the sentient red blob named Big Red possesses the ability to manipulate its form, size, and composition, and also has some level of intelligence and offensive capabilities, it would likely have the advantage over the alligator in an enclosed wrestling arena. Big Red could potentially engulf or suffocate the alligator by engulfing it with its amorphous body, restricting its movements and preventing it from effectively using its powerful jaws. Additionally, if Big Red can secrete corrosive or toxic substances, it could further incapacitate the alligator, weakening it over time. While the alligator is formidable with its armored body, sharp teeth, and strong jaws, its terrestrial combat abilities might be limited in an enclosed wrestling arena against a versatile and potentially highly adaptable opponent like Big Red. Therefore, in this scenario, the sentient red blob named Big Red would likely emerge as the victor in the fight to the death. I'm sorry, Joey, but the gator has been defeated by Big Red, the sentient red blob.
I get it.
Joey,
I'm
you
not going to even argue.
Forgot about Big Red secreting corrosive or toxic.
I forgot about that part. I mean, that's in their fight song in Western Kentucky. I should have remembered that. Like
the secretions, Joey.
Yeah, ChatGPT took some liberties with the Big Red lore on this one.
Is Big Red related
to
Grimace?
School handbook, school lore?
Just in the alma mater, like Joey said, or in the fight song. The chat shocked by this one. Dave said, "Oh wow, surprise!" And Matt agreeing with Dave. Shame on Joey for not considering the corrosive substances that the sentient red blob could secrete.
What an idiot!
Scamper said, "Big Red secretions."
Ew.
Had a few of those.
JL, Joey has gifted you the ability to choose your own question next. Where would you like to go?
All right, let's go. Let's go Final Four for 400.
Final Four for 400. Which player completes the top 4 list of players with the most targets over the last 5 seasons? Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, and then is it Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, or DJ Moore as the number 4 player on this list?
This is tricky. I don't think it's Keenan Allen. Although he could be just like consistent over 5 years, enough to maybe reach these guys. Cooper Kupp is probably the answer, but I don't know. It's definitely more like the last 3 years. DJ Moore feels like the sneaky guy's just got a ton of targets, but he might be the right answer. And he's like the red herring, because who's going to pick DJ Moore out of this list? I'm going to go with Keenan. No, I'm going to go with Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, final answer?
Yeah. Final answer. Lock it in.
I'm sorry, JL. It was your first choice of Keenan Allen, number 4 on this list. And I think it's exactly what you said. Just consistent over and over and over and over again. Matt got this one. Scampers got this one. But Andrew and Dave were with you. Matt and Josh both thought it was DJ Moore as well. And Grim Fan asking the question that you knew we had to talk about with Keenan Allen being the answer. John Luke, since you answered this question, I'll throw it to you first. How are you feeling about Keenan Allen to the Bears? Supposedly, we're assuming with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams coming in.
Yeah, I think he's going to serve the veteran wide receiver role, which is it seems to just be like the meta strategy in the NFL. When you get that rookie QB in, get some of these veteran wide receivers to come in who you don't have to also teach them while you're teaching the quarterback. They're going to teach the quarterback how it's done in the NFL. And then from there, you can get those like young playmakers that they can complement with Keenan Allen. So I think it's a good move.
Dave, are you downgrading or upgrading Keenan Allen's fantasy value because of this? Rookie quarterbacks haven't historically been great for their weapons.
No, I'm downgrading him because I think he's going to serve in a secondary type role for the Bears. Whereas with the Chargers, he was mostly the predominant target getter, as this question, answer, Jeopardy, whatever, will tell you. I think that his target share, like we're so used to it being around anywhere from like 9 to 11. I know last year it was crazy high. I think it's going to fall down to like 7.5 per game. And I don't know how many touchdowns he'll get. I don't think that'll be very high. He's also not as explosive as he once was. I think he's on the back 9 and maybe the back 3. Do they say back 3 in golf? I don't golf.
They do now.
I think he's toward the end of the line in his career. So wouldn't surprise me in the least if he was a disappointing pick in fantasy and people kind of draft him because they know his name and they know he's going to catch a lot of passes.
Joey, do you agree? It sounds like the general assumption is that he will be the second receiving option there, even though we've seen him be the one over the past couple seasons. Do you think it is safe to assume Moore remains the wide receiver 1 on that team?
Yeah, and to all of JL and Dave's points, I mean, also Keenan Allen's going to have to build rapport with Caleb Williams. Like whether that takes one off season or it takes a few games, he didn't really have to do that with Justin Herbert. It was there. So it's a downgrade for him, period.
Yeah. Matt said, no, they don't say back 3. And Dave's saying they say back 2. And that refers to anything that's not the back 9, I think, if I remember correctly, in the world,
back 2.
Not just in golf. Unfortunately, you got that one wrong, JL, which means, Dave, you got free reign of this board. Where would you like to go?
Oh, boy. Very exciting. Let's go back to basketball players. I'm going to guess that Antonio Gates is the answer for 100.
100 basketball players.
Oh, it's not Antonio Gates. Oh, my. How is this 100? And who went to VCU? I am.
You got an answer?
I don't have a shot. I don't know who that is.
Only active player on the list, tight end Mo Alley Cox, who did not play college football at all, but was part of that VCU Magic Final Four run down there.
No kidding. Why was that not the $500 question?
Matt said that's not a $100 question.
Nope.
Definitely not 100.
My bad.
I don't know about 500.
Dave,
I thought it was Mo Alley, but I wasn't like fully sure that was Mo Alley Cox.
I am Mo Alley shocked.
Unfortunately, because I am terrible at gauging the difficulty of questions, you did not get that one right, Dave. Which means, Joey, you got free reign of this board. Where are you going?
I'll take Antonio Gates for 400.
Joey taking basketball players for 400. Joey, who is this?
No, that's not. That's Donovan McNabb.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is Donovan McNabb playing for the University of Syracuse in reserves. That's going to earn you $400, Joey. bringing you to 1,000 and the lead, and you get to pick JL's next category.
Can I say something about Donovan McNabb real quick?
Sure.
If any of the people from Better Sports is watching, you guys owe me a Donovan McNabb autographed jersey that I won in week 1. You guys still have not sent me. I check the mail every day. It's still not arrived. I know I worked for the company shortly after that, but where is it at, guys? Come on, let's go.
Mr. McNabb. Well, Joey, is it JL's turn now?
Sure.
Yeah.
And Joey gets to pick JL's next category. Where are you sending him?
I'm gonna send him to mascot fights. I'm having a lot of fun. I want to get through all these questions.
All right, give me 300.
300 in mascot fight. The Bevo, the Longhorn, or the Kangaroo mascot of the Akron Zips. So 1 Longhorn versus 1 Kangaroo. Who's coming out alive in this death match, JL?
Dude, are Longhorns violent?
Also, can we take a minute to just check out that this kangaroo is wearing like dirty Adidas sneakers?
Oh my God.
What's the Air Monarchs on? This is perfect.
Why is his tail so big? Why is it massive? Oh my God.
Backwards.
Does Chat GPT know that the tail is massive?
It makes whatever assumptions it needs to in this case.
Or that his waist section looks like that. He just looks 0% athletic. Oh, okay. I don't know if Longhorns and Bulls are different. I'm not entirely sure about that. So I don't know if like a bullfighter, what I've seen a bullfighter fight is the same thing as a Longhorn, or if that's just a cow with horns. And I feel like that's going to be the big difference here, because ChatGPT definitely knows that difference, and I don't. But kangaroos kind of bitches, so I'm going to go with a kangaroo.
Kangaroo, final answer?
Final answer.
Well, in a fight to the death in an enclosed wrestling arena between a Longhorn, a breed of cattle known for its large sweeping horns, and a kangaroo, the outcome would likely favor the kangaroo, JL. You are 100% correct. They're known for their strong hind legs, which they use for powerful kicks, and they're also equipped with sharp claws on their forelimbs. In a close quarters confrontation, a kangaroo, I think on its arms and on its legs, it's going to jump up and slash them.
Yeah.
While Longhorns are large, they're more suited for charging and defending against predators than engaging in close combat. The kangaroo's agility, strength, and ability to deliver powerful kicks would give it the upper hand, delivering its victory over the Longhorn. JL, that's going to earn you $300 and a friend in that demonic kangaroo.
Back up, Simon. So if you think about it, this is how I choose my steak restaurant I'm going to go to, either Longhorn or I go to Outback. And I feel like ChatGPT really broke that down for us really well.
I don't see no blooming onion.
Give me Outback. JL, you got that one right. You get to pick Dave's next category. Where are you sending him?
I send Dave to football schools.
Football schools for 400, please.
400 in football schools. Which NFL team's home stadium has been the venue for the most Final Fours since 1955? Is this the Falcons, the Texans, or the Saints?
Does this include, well, first of all, the Texans have only been around since like 2002. So there's zero chance that the Texans are the right answer. The Falcons have been around a little bit longer than the Saints, I think. Does it include, the answer is the Saints. I'm sorry. I'm not going to start breaking this down.
It is the Saints with 6. The Falcons have 3, and the Texans also have 3 Final Fours in their arena. The Saints have 6. The Saints have 6, and Dave gets an additional 400 points, putting him into the lead. This game is just yo-yoing back and forth.
I feel like colleges love that Saints stadium. Like all the college football games are there a lot.
Well, they love New Orleans.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
And Tulane,
I like when the court is about a foot taller than where the benches are, and the players are kind of like at chest level watching the game.
Yeah.
It's like they're on a stage. I always really enjoy that.
Or it's a bunch of little kids watching their dads play basketball.
Yeah. Did they stop doing that because of what happened to Kevin Ware, though? Like, no, they've done it since then.
I believe so.
Okay.
Dave, you got that question right. You get to pick Joey's next category. Where are you sending him?
Joey's ass is going right back to the mascot fight.
Oh,
1 or 2, Joey.
I'm not good in this category. I enjoy it, but
Joey, who's winning in a fight? A Spartan or a Badger?
I feel like a Spartan would win that.
Final answer?
Final answer.
In a hypothetical scenario where a Spartan and a Badger are forced into a fight to the death in an enclosed wrestling arena, the outcome would likely favor the Spartan.
Okay.
Spartans were highly trained warriors known for their strength, agility, and combat skills. They were equipped with weapons and armor, and they were trained in various forms of combat, including wrestling.
And Badgers are Badgers.
It's a Badger is basically what ChatGPT says. You nailed it, JL. But it's still a Badger. So Joey, you are going to earn money for that one, $200, and you get to pick JL's next category. Where are you sending them?
I'm going to send JL to Final Four.
All right.
Give me trick question, a Nittany Lion. Yeah, the Nittany Lion's coming out of nowhere and taking them both down. JL, what value in Final Four?
I have no idea what the term Nittany means in that, so I just picture a lion every time. Let's go with 500.
It's a lion that has no hair. That's what a Nittany lion is.
Like a naked mole rat, like what's his name
Rufus?
from Rufus? Thank you. I almost said.
I got
Actually,
you.
I have no idea what I was about to say.
Every day. Which player completes the top 4 list of players with the most rushing yards over their career? Number 1 is Emmitt Smith. Number 2 is Walter Payton. Number 3, I need you to tell me. Number 4 is Barry Sanders. Is number 3 Frank Gore, Adrian Peterson, or LaDainian Tomlinson?
I think it's Adrian Peterson. I think that's the trick here. I think you want me to go with LaDainian Tomlinson, but Adrian Peterson played till he was like 40. Let's go Adrian Peterson.
Unfortunately, it is Frank Gore. Adrian Peterson is higher than LaDainian Tomlinson. I believe he is number 5 on this list, but Gore's got some separation between him and AD on the all-time rushing yards list.
Remember how Frank Gore played forever?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like
I just didn't think that translated to yards.
And now his son is coming into the league.
Frank Gore he's going to be there forever. Squatting laws the way they are now, Frank Gore Jr. ain't ever leaving.
He can just move into the stadium. That would be a funny evolution in the Baker Mayfield story, is if he did just start squatting in an NFL stadium. It's no longer a commercial. It's a news story every single day. JL, no points for you due to the disrespect to the eternal Frank Gore, which means Dave gets to pick his own category. Dave, where are you going?
I need to extend my lead. I am going to go with football schools for 500, Simon.
Football schools for 500. Name 2 of the 4 colleges to have participated in both the college football playoff and made a Final Four appearance since the introduction of the college football playoff. Close the chat if you are in there, Dave. Head over to the private chat.
So I'm on
give you a couple seconds.
I promise. Yeah, this one's going to be tough for me. How long ago did the college football playoff even start? I'm going to guess
2015 is when it started.
2015. This is a tough one for me.
So a Final Four and a CFP appearance since 2015 is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I've only got one.
Well, I'm not going to say Duke, and I sure as hell I'm not going to say BYU.
Also, let me clarify, because I see an answer in the chat. A men's Final Four in the men's tournament, not a women's Final Four, because there is an additional team that would qualify if this included women's Final Four.
I feel like Michigan basketball made a Final Four at some point in the last decade. So I'm going to go with Michigan, and I'm trying to think of like really good SEC schools.
I'm gonna give you about 10 more seconds, Dave, to throw in another guess.
I need a week.
Okay, we'll compromise 3 days.
I will go with Texas.
Texas. So your answers are Michigan and Texas.
Yeah.
You got one correct. It is Michigan, Michigan State, Oklahoma and Oregon were the 4 that have made a Final Four and the college football playoff. Matt in here with Oregon. I believe LSU is the one that would qualify if it included women's Final Fours as well. Anthony getting Michigan State on that one. Nice job there. Anthony said Michigan, and Matt says Oklahoma also feels like a decent guess. Nice job, but that was definitely a tough question. No one in the chat really getting 2 off the bat. Matt did. He got 2 out of 3, though, throwing LSU out as an answer. Joey, you're up by 100. We're approaching the final questions. Which one would you like?
Grab bag for 400.
Grab bag for 400. Robert Downey Jr. just took home the 2024 Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, his first. How many times in total has Robert Downey Jr. been nominated for an Academy Award? 1, 3, or 5?
Does this include supporting and lead?
Supporting and lead.
I know of 3 off the top of my head. And I think he got a bogus Sherlock nomination. I'm just gonna go 3 because I know my 3.
Joey, you are absolutely correct. Trust your knowledge. The 3 you knew were the 3 that were correct. 2 supporting, 1 lead, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember that correctly, Joey, that is going to add 400 to your score for your Oscar knowledge. And you get to pick JL's next category.
JL,
nice to meet you. I'm Oscar Knowledge.
I'm Oscar Knowledge's wiener.
I wish I was an Oscar Knowledge wiener.
I can't tell you, Simon, the amount of anxiety I get when the movie question actually does come to me that I'll miss it. Like, it's crippling.
I take joy in that emotion. I like watching it. JL, is it 100 or 300 in Final Four?
Let's go 300.
300. Which player completes the top 4 list of players with the most rushing attempts over the last 5 seasons? Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, blank, Joe Mixon. Is it Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, or Christian McCaffrey?
5 years. Christian McCaffrey have enough carries? That's the question everybody's thinking. I'm gonna go Zeke.
Final answer?
Yep.
You sniffed it out. Zeke is correct, JL. Going to earn you an additional 300, tying you with Dave. And you get to pick Dave's next category. Where are you sending him?
Send Dave to grab bag.
1, 2, or 5, Dave.
Thank you. I've got to take the 500.
He's going for it. Which of the following is not a real venue where the Final Four has been held? Cal Palace, Freedom Hall, Heck Edmondson Pavilion, Special Place Center, or Sports Arena?
I've never heard of the Special Place Center. I've heard of, there's a bunch of different sports arenas, and I've heard of the first 3. Wait a minute, where the Final Four has been held. Yeah, I'm going to go with my initial answer of Special Place Center.
That is correct. The Special Place Center is not real. Sports Arena is real, and Cal Palace is 100% real.
Cal Palace.
I have a question.
Francisco.
Dave, what was the first thing that came to your head when you saw Cal Palace?
Oh, WWF.
Okay, yeah.
The old 80s WWF. Mm-hmm. They would always go to the Cal Palace.
Oh, is that a thing? See,
is that what you were expecting, Joey? Is that the answer?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, of course,
it's like one of the more premier wrestling venues of like the 80s.
Cal Palace, Rosemont Horizon.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna name my house Cal Palace when I grow up. Dave, you got that one correct. You get to pick Joey's next category. Where are you sending him?
Joey's going to
naming your house.
Also, Andrew, and you're saying the Special Place Center is home of the Sacred Heart Surgeons. Yeah, that's their home court for their basketball team. Dave, where did you send them?
Well, first of all, wouldn't the Special Place Center be in hell? Because everybody says there's a special place for you in hell.
Probably. That's a good point.
Yes, yeah. Place.
That's what they were talking about.
For 100, mainly so he can't get more than 100 points.
Okay, Joey, mascot fight coming your way. Who's winning? Is it a tiger or a blue jay?
A tiger. Although the Blue Jays just did win, so.
Joey, in a hypothetical scenario where a tiger and a blue jay are forced into a fight to the death in an enclosed wrestling arena, the outcome would heavily favor the tiger.
Heavily, yeah.
Because the other one's just a bird, you know.
I feel like the bird could just go and sit at the top of the arena until the tiger starved, but that's fine, ChatGPT.
The blue jay, although agile and capable of delivering pecks with its beak, is no match for the physical strength and predatory abilities of a tiger.
Who can apparently fly.
Who can also fly. Aubie, don't underestimate Aubie. That's 100 points for Joey, giving him the slight lead.
I'm going to send JL to what, Joe?
No, I didn't have anything.
Yeah, Aubie. Where are you sending them, Joey?
Football schools.
Okay. JL, 1 or 2?
2.
2. The SEC is a perennial powerhouse football conference, but the last time they took home the men's NCAA basketball national championship was in 2012. Which SEC school cut down the nets that year with a win over Kansas in the finals? Was it Auburn, Kentucky, or Florida?
Kentucky.
Final answer?
Yep.
That is absolutely correct, JL. Kentucky is the last SEC school to win the NCAA tournament, going to earn you $200, getting you within striking distance of your competitors. And you get to pick Dave's next category.
Send Dave to basketball players.
For 200. You ready, Dave?
I was going to pick this one anyway, so yes.
Who is this? Oh. I left the name on the bottom.
Well done, Simon. Dave knows this one.
Luckily,
sure.
Dave didn't know this one anyways. Who is this player?
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, Dave, we know you know this one. That's going to be 200 points for Dave, bringing you up to 1,800. Jimmy Graham is the correct answer with the 00. Looking hard in the 00 out there in the Miami.
I know.
Jersey.
That was sick.
Like every picture
That
of
was
Jimmy
pretty
Graham
sick.
is like, it's like, damn, you look sick as hell out there on the court, man. All right, Dave, you got that one right. The Miami love coming in handy. Where are you sending Joey?
Do you think I'd look tough as hell with 00 on my jersey?
Without tough as heck, at least.
Yeah.
Let's send Joey to Final Four for 100, please.
Final Four for 100. Joey, which player completes the top 4 list of running backs with the most PPR fantasy points last season? Number 1 is blank. Number 2 is Raheem Mostert. Number 3 is Travis Etienne. And number 4 is Kyron Williams. Is this Royce Freeman, Cam Akers, or Christian McCaffrey?
It's Cam Akers.
Yeah. Cam Akers couldn't be in the spot if he was playing Madden. Christian McCaffrey.
This is Christian McCaffrey. Joey going to bring you up to 1,800. Andrew down here says it right there on the pick. Indeed, it does. My bad, guys. Joey, where are you sending JL for his last question?
I'll send JL to grab bag.
200.
200. What is the highest number to tile in a standard game of Rummy Cube? Is it 10, 13, or 15?
10.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I am sorry. It is 13. The tiles go from 1 to 13 in a game of Rummy Cube.
I play that game all the time.
I know you do. I wrote that one for you. But that's okay. That means we just have to play this weekend as your punishment.
I don't count so well.
Dave, you got free reign. You got football schools or grab bag for your last question?
Let's go football schools. I'll leave grab bag for Joey.
Which of the following football schools has the most Final Four appearances in men's basketball? Is it Michigan, Ohio State, or LSU?
Michigan.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Ohio State has 10.
Whoa!
Michigan has 6, and LSU has 4, unfortunately. I thought you were right, and I wrote this question. So, Dave, unfortunately, that is no points going your way. Yeah, we can pull up that last one. Yeah, this isn't for anybody to take away.
Joey, he wins if he gets this.
We have a final Jeopardy after this. Which of the following is not a subtitle for a Super Mario game? Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Wonder, Super Mario Galaxy, or Super Mario Bloody Vomit?
It's Bloody Vomit's not real. Although, and there's a part in Wonder where I think Bloody Vomit does make an appearance. That game.
Remember the Mo Alley Cox 100 question?
Yeah.
just want to bring that one back up.
Are you saying these don't have similar difficulty levels, JL?
Nope.
Bloody Vomit and Mo Alley Cox. What school we played for? Well, guys, going into the last question, Joey and Dave tied at 1,800. JL at 1,300. It is
Joey got that one. At 19.
Game.
No, that one didn't count.
Since there's not enough for everybody to have another question, we were just throwing that one up.
Oh,
we're a democracy here at Front Yard Fantasy.
Now, we're not going to rig it in Joey's favor. Let me go ahead and pull this up.
It'd be more fun if you did.
No.
You had 1,300. So it was 1,800 for both Dave and Joey and 1,300 for JL. Your category for your final question is college locations.
You dirty man.
Oh, man.
Oh, how much money do I have, Simon?
Oh, oops.
That's fine. I remember.
You had 1,800, Joey.
I am stressed out. All right, I got mine.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and see your wagers. Joey with all of it. Dave with all of it. And JL with 800. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is
So
correct.
that would put you at 2,100 if you are right, and at 500 if you are wrong, if my math is correct. All right. Well, guys, your final question is Longwood University, Houston's first round opponent in the NCAA tournament, is located in which U.S. state? Hint, this state is nicknamed the Old Dominion State. Is it Virginia, California, or Pennsylvania? Let me know when you got your answers.
Got mine.
Dave knows his geography so well, too.
Dave, I didn't even know Dave was going to be on today, and we got a
geologist.
A
What
little
happened?
geometrist.
You're a geologist. You're an
Do you have
archaeologist.
Were you a cartographer in a past life, or is it just a passion you picked up independently?
I don't know where this comes from. This is my idiot savant talent.
Is it like
Your
that
topographer background?
That commercial where the homing pigeon saying he doesn't need a smartwatch because his father was a homing pigeon? Do you have like sailors in your lineage, Dave?
You've heard of Lewis and Clark?
I've heard of them. Yeah,
My dad was Clark.
No way. See, that's what I was trying to get
Clark
to. Dave.
Richard.
The Clark.
Clark Richard. Funny enough, it was also
surprised
Lewis
you weren't
Richard.
a junior.
Clark Richard Jr. Okay, everybody got their answers written down as well?
I think I do.
Okay, let's go ahead and see those answers. We have Virginia, and JL. What did you say? Virginia?
Virginia.
Everybody's saying Virginia. The chat is all over
You
Virginia
idiots.
as well, except Scampers said Tallahassee. The correct answer to this question is Virginia. Longwood University is located in Virginia, and that I have no idea why their mascot would ever make that face, let alone permanently.
I'm so glad they picked that face. I don't know what other face they would have made.
Dave and Joey, by a final score of 3,600 to 3,600 to 500, you guys have tied as today's Fantasy Jeopardy champions. Congratulations, Dave. Showing up, no prep, no practice, no warning, and whipping out a victory over JL.
Didn't even know I was going to be on the show. I was so upset about BYU being eliminated. I saw you guys tweet about it. I watched the show and asked to come on, and now my day is made because I tied with Joey.
Aw.
Suck it, BYU. You don't have power over Dave's emotions anymore. You hear that, Jimmer? Who else played for BYU? That's the only name I can think of.
Brigham.
Steve Young. That's a good one. Guys, that is going to be it for our show today. But if you are not already following Dave Richard, you truly need to fix that right now. You can find him on Twitter at Dave Richard and check him out on the CBS Sports Fantasy Football podcast as well. Him and all the boys over there having a good time.
We love those boys.
Helping you guys get ready. Off season, in season, out season, up season. They got you guys covered.
Down season too.
Down season too, Dave. Truly, thank you so much.
There is no down season.
It's all the right answer. Season.
You guys are the best. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for making me think about fantasy football. I hope you guys do a lot better in your brackets than I will in mine.
I'm about to go check just how much
mine
got busted while we were streaming. Seth in here said, "Gotta love Longwood."
Gotta love Longwood,
guys. That's going to be it for us today.
Adios. Likes Longwood. Sorry.
Adios, everybody. Enjoy.
You didn't take Akron, did you, Joey?
Did.
Let's
you
just
said
say the rest of the show.
Couldn't get away from it.
Tomorrow we're going to go live again, and the whole show is just going to be going, "You didn't take blank, did you, Joey?" Over and over and over
and
again.
Joey's just like nodding.
We'll do that for about 30 minutes around 3 p.m. tomorrow, so tune in. Until then, though, that's it. Enjoy your basketball. Adios, everyone.
You didn't finish the fudge brownies, did you, Joey?